The 80s is the fucking best, honestly, I swear.
Oh, I fucking love
It's
the
so
original Gundam
fucking
opening.
great. Yeah.
It's
That's
so
actually 70s.
good.
It's got to be 70s,
Oh,
actually. Late 70s,
well,
probably.
79, right?
Yeah.
0079. So yeah. Well, it started mid 79 and ends in 80. Anyway,
Anyway.
sorry. So yeah. So Studio Kara, helmed by, or at least previously founded by Hideaki Anno, creator of Evangelion, is co-producing a Gundam series with Sunrise called
Oh.
Kido Senshi, or Mobile Suit Gundam GQX.
Sounds
It's got like
sexy.
6 U's in it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a weird gun. Honestly, for Gundam, it is a pretty weird name. Let's be honest. I don't know why they put so many U's.
That's
They
like
could've
somebody fell asleep on their keyboard and just like a cat walked on the keyboard, and that's what they came up with.
Yeah. So Studio Kara, known for the Evangelion movies, essentially, as their main like animation product, and Studio Sunrise, who is known to do a ton of mecha anime for like decades, like almost half a century now. Actually, probably a half a century now. Almost. Actually, yes, definitely a half a century. Gundam's in its 45th. So basically, to celebrate the Gundam's 45th anniversary, this is our anniversary show for Gundam. Gundam seems to be in this thing where basically on the anniversaries they're going to get a new show, and then between it they'll probably release OVAs and things of that nature. They're no longer just releasing shows as it goes along. So for this anniversary year, we're getting 45th. So 50 is going to be a big one. So we're probably going to get a lot of UC stuff. But we're getting a Gundam show. There's not a lot has been revealed yet. There has been like a promotional video. It's coming out, I think soon, like winter 2025, maybe. I don't remember. I don't think they have an actual release date. Oh yeah, no, it's coming out January 17th. My bad.
That's soon. Holy
That's
shit.
so
We're going to be
fast.
picking that in the winter selections here pretty soon.
Maybe. I think that's when the movie comes out. I don't know if the show's actually coming
see.
out, but that's like an edited movie, like they kind of did with the Witch from Mercury, where they did a movie release first of the first couple of episodes before they released the show regularly. So we're getting that in January, so that's going to be kind of interesting. And then so what it seems to be, from what I saw of the trailer, it seems to take place in a colony, and the Gundam is in like mobile suit battles, but more for sport, like gladiator arena style. So I don't know how that's going to evolve into a larger story. And yes, and it essentially, what I found interesting is that it has very non-traditional Gundam. Well, first of all, the Gundam doesn't look very traditionally Gundam, but it's not out of the way. But the character designs themselves feel very non-traditionally Gundam as well. But they're also really cool character designs. It feels very, oh my god, there's this like cat robot anime from a few years ago that it really looks like.
From a few years ago?
Yeah. It
All I
has
can think
that
of,
kind of
all I can think of is
style.
Nuku Nuku for cat robots.
No. I watched it, so it's definitely not that. Um, let me see if I can. No, but yeah. So this is also a studio that. So where my worries are, this is also a studio that was behind Darling and the Fran XX.
The Fran
and but so. Long story short is I'm excited for this because it's new Gundam. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm curious to see how they expand the larger story, or if this is really just gonna be like a more small scale story. But it feels like it has to evolve into like a more, maybe not earth shattering, but like a more higher political intrigue thing. Otherwise, what are you doing with a Gundam show, right? Like there has to be some politics involved. Otherwise,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Unless it's like a super personal story, but those are usually saved for the OVAs. So yeah, I'm actually excited for this. It looks really interesting. The mobile suit design is different enough. I don't think I love it, the suit design, but it does look like it's going to be well animated. It looks like the suit designs are going to be kind of creative and different, and sort of like slightly reimagined versions of suits that we already know. Like I think they had a Zaku in there that looked a little bit different than your normal Zaku. So in the PV trailer. So I'm actually pretty excited about the show. I'm glad we're getting. I didn't think we were getting anything for the anniversary because we're this late in, and so nothing was really announced for the 45th anniversary other than that Netflix Gundam show, which I haven't finished yet, but It's okay. I've like
Yeah,
one
it's
episode
so.
left.
I get kind of nervous because
So
there's
yeah.
so much staff in here that that hasn't worked on mecha stuff. Like the director is Fully Cooley. You know, series composition is Utana. Like there might be some experienced people in here, but they just don't seem like they've have a large breadth of work on mecha shows exclusively. But what I'm worried about with Gundam more than anything is I feel like Gundam's really been pivoting into trying to go after a younger demographic lately, and I get worried that they're going to dilute what Gundam was for a long time and ultimately destroy the IP. So I get kind of worried.
So so it's interesting when because I as not a Gundam historian, but I've been with Gundam for a while. So like every time they try to go for a new audience, it sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't. So Gundam Wing is them going after the female audience, and that Gundam Wing is a quintessential Gundam show, like like for and all of us millennials who grew up with any kind of mecha. And then they have a show that they actually tried going after like a more video game audience, and that was Gundam Age, and that show was not the best.
No, not really.
Um,
That's kind of being
like
nice to it.
yeah, the first part is the strongest part, and that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. And then I feel like with this one, I think I don't know where they're going with it. I don't feel like they're going for a much younger audience, and I don't think you bring in the Evangelion people or Studio Kara if you're aiming for a much younger audience. And so sometimes you get, I think, with these sorry, when you bring in people who aren't well versed in the medium, you sometimes get some really interesting ideas to inject new life into it. It can also go terribly bad, but I'm actually curious to see because Studio Kara is not your typical mecha producer, so I'm curious to see what they can bring to Gundam while working within the constraints of Gundam. Because if it doesn't feel like a Gundam show, then what's the point?
I kind of wish it would come out next season because I'm looking at the winter season here and it's looking pretty rough.
I'm so excited.
What are you excited for on here?
There's going to be some shoujo coming out.
Oh, come on. Solo leveling, that'll be good.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're never going to quit making that shit. I know Mason hates it, but that game sold 50 million copies. It's going you're going nowhere. It's that fucking thing. I mean, we won't be watching it because it'll be on season 60, but we're not going to watch that.
I mean, actually, look, Sakamoto Days, I heard that was pretty interesting, so I'm actually kind of curious about that one. But anyway,
Aren't we getting My Happy Marriage?
God, yes, we are.
Fuck yeah!
Why?
Bring that blue dress back, baby!
Why do you want My Happy Marriage?
To make you watch it with me.
Caroline will pick the fucking Medicine Seller season 2.
Oh, I didn't like that
What the hell
one.
was that shit called? God, it was boring. I'm the only person on planet Earth that didn't like it.
I just didn't like the main character.
What? The Apothecary Diaries. There we go.
Yeah.
That thing was boring. It was so boring, but yeah, everybody except me loved it. Yeah, this is rough.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, winter is usually a rough season.
Keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling.
But,
anyway.
Shouldn't
It's
we
pancakes
be moving
like.
on?
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say about Gundam?
Sorry, I'm just
Oh,
excited.
I feel like I said a lot about Gundam, so
That's fine.
I think it's going to be a good watch for the podcast. I'm obviously picking it for my impression when that season's coming out for sure.
Well, I'm relying on you to do so. I just wish it was next season because there's so much just middling crap coming out, and I would love to have a Gundam show in the mix, but.